you should be very transparent and open, and accordingly you should train your team so that it should be like an honor to take that challenge. During the short term goal, if something uh, uh, pressure comes, I think leader should have the capability to say no, it's not possible. And because of that reason, if you see the 2 decades before, this scenario was little different. So FD inspection was conducted 2 times at Lupin, and unfortunately we failed. But third time, what we actually decided, let us learn from what are the failure from the earlier two. So I can't say the total failure, but there are some thin line again in between.
Welcome to the podcast. So, today we have with us Shaligram sir. So, he is a site quality head and vice president for biotech division at Lupin. Starting as a professor and now becoming as an industry expert, we are going to learn lot of experiences that he has been through in this journey. So, welcome to the podcast, sir.
Thank you.
So, sir, 30 years of getting it right and more than 200 inspections you have done. So when you are coming to this corporate life and you have been a professor, right? So how this transition has happened?
See, that's like a one type of motivation I can say. When I uh, started my career as a lecturer and moved from lecturer academy to industry,
Yeah.
so that time I feel, because in the academy there is some limited work,
Hmm.
and this is only the books type. But if you want to actually put that knowledge, whatever you gain from the books, into the reality, then I feel if I can move from academy to industry would be better, and so that's why I have chosen this industry life.
Yeah. Interesting, sir. And I think after coming to the industry, like from Aarti Drugs,
Yeah,
you have moved to like Glenmark, Lupin. I think there are 7 different companies you have shifted.
right.
So when we see in the industry, there are a lot of heads who are sticking to like one company. So what has been that one thing which had kept you moving?
Yeah. So the good part is, because I started my career in the API industry, which is Aarti Drugs Limited, and then from Aarti Drugs I moved to the Sun Pharma. Again, that was also the API industry,
Yeah.
and from again Glenmark, then Cadila. So all these companies are the API industry. So I gained a lot of experience in API, and after that I got a chance at Intas Biotech, where I thought this will be the new learning for me,
Yeah.
where I can update my knowledge. Of course, I hate the biochemistry or microbiology from the beginning, but still I thought, let us change the field. And whenever you have something different challenges, you will actually move forward, because you are curious to know the
Yes.
something different, you have to move. So that's why I have chosen that field. And then from the last about 24 years, I am working in the biotech industry. So I work at Intas about 10 years, and then now here around 13 years at Lupin.
Wonderful.
So yeah, so totally around 13, 14 years in the biotech industry. Of course, there is some similarity when I say this API industry and the biotech industry, but there is a thin line in between. So which probably, unless you realize or you experience, you will not like differentiate what are the
Mm.
differences into that.
True. And sir, when you are working with these different companies and you have handled multiple inspections, I would
Yes,
say,
yes,
and more than 200 inspection over 3 decades,
yeah,
it's really a huge number.
yes.
So now when you go into any inspections, how is your experience?
See, whenever we face any inspection, whether it is from a European agency or a US agency, the one thing, uh, you should be very transparent and open,
Mm.
and accordingly you should train your team so that it should be like a honor to take that challenge. And when you are transparent, when you are open to any of the questions, this success will come. So I think, of course, the teamwork is important, very much important into that. But ultimately, how you train, and this inspection is a like maybe 8 day journey. But for that 8 day journey, you have to start from the beginning itself. It's not
Right.
like that, okay, just come and then do that, don't do that, not like that. So you have to like put the lot of efforts into that. You have to train the team, and many more things comes into that.
True. And sir, when you talk about these many inspections and training your team and being transparent is of course is what everyone take care of. Yeah. But can we know that one inspection which was very tough for you in your career, and how did you navigate through it? Maybe you cannot due to the confidentiality we cannot name the company, but if you can just describe us the story and the your learning from
Yeah.
that inspection.
Yeah. So basically, the at this point, not only the Lupin or any other industry, most of the things, most of the companies are facing the uh, tough inspection from the FDA,
Yeah.
US FDA,
Yes.
and probably reason is because they are focusing from the system perspective. They are not actually interested uh, into the other area. But basically, if you have the 5 products in the site, so they want to see whether are you applying all the systems all together, or you are just focusing on the what you applied for the US.
Yeah.
So because of that reason, I think there are multiple things come into that, and then they are actually linking all together. So that's, I think, the US is the toughest
Yeah.
part.
Right. So, do you see any failure stories which which must have taught you a lot of things, and we'd like to know the learnings that you have gained from it?
Yes, there are, because nobody is 100% successful in the
True.
life. So I have also the some failures at the beginning also, and in the recent past also. So like if I take the example, because that is publicly available. So FD inspection was conducted 2 times at Lupin, and unfortunately we failed.
Okay.
But third time, what we actually decided, let us learn from what are the failure from the earlier two. So I can't say the total failure, but there are some thin line again in between, so that we just fix that gap in between, and with the help of a lot of peoples, even the corporate guys, even some of the consultant we hired, and we learn, and then we train the team accordingly, and then success comes.
Right. True. And sir, when we talk about quality, I believe more than a practice, it's a mindset that one need to adopt. So, can you tell us like how one can adopt, and if you want to, let's say if any quality head or any manager from the quality department is listening to this podcast and they want to train their team, they want to be best at like what they do, what practices they can apply?
See, I think the quality culture percolates from the top. And when the top manager or top leaders has decided to have the quality culture in play is in
Yeah.
place in the organization, then he should take the efforts, and he should be open for the suggestion, for the recommendation, so that like percolates that culture up to the shop floor guys.
True.
And the other thing, because the mistakes are happen on routinely basis, because we are human. So whenever there is any mistake, at least we should create the environment. So if the mistake happens, immediately they should come forward.
Right.
So this was happened, and they should accept, yes, whatever it is wrong or right, but they should come forward. So that based on that, the manager can take the appropriate action at that time itself. And one of the like citation, if you see all the industry, most of the industry having this data integrity issue. So I think that's like a mindset of the people.
Yeah.
And when we have the minds change the mindset of the people, probably will resolve all the issues. So that's why I said the transparent and open culture is required.
True.
So that people will come forward and they will say, this was happened, now tell me what to do.
Yeah, yeah.
And that way the manager should also be like vigilant, and he should also be receptive,
Correct.
so that he can guide to the team in an appropriate way.
True. So, sir, when we say that we need to adopt to like more transparent and open culture, can we like make it simplifier for our audience to understand it better? Like when you say open, so till what extent we have to give the openness?
Yeah. So openness means there is no end for that.
Yeah.
If I give some simple example, because in the routine activity, if the person makes the mistake and if he come forward, at least like many times we celebrate this success. But in that time, if someone actually come forward, at least we should motivate to the other people, like, see this guy, he come forward and he accepted his mistake. And I think that's a start of the journey, so
Right.
that will start to the other one also, and then they will actually that will create the environment in the organization.
True. And also, sir, like, when we work with a team, they are morely like, they are like, we have said these things, like, my manager has asked me to do certain things, I'm going to act it like that, right? But when it comes to quality assurance and like, maintaining the quality levels, you have to take some strategic decisions, right? You have to see if something is going wrong, you have to raise a flag.
Yeah.
So how this mindset development can be done?
So again, this culture is a little tougher question. Is quite difficult, but see, ultimately, so as I explained from the beginning,
Yes.
this culture percolates from top.
Correct.
Like at Lupin also, it is very clear from our managing director, from the owner, that he himself actually jump into the certain decisions. If there are certain things
Yeah.
to move in the right way, he should emphasize to all the leaders. And even he created the environment in the organization that even the few peoples, those who are actually having some problem, like you said, the manager and the shop floor guys. So there is some relation, because manager is always under pressure sometime, and because of that reason, if he asks to the shop floor guys, do this way,
Yeah.
I will take the risk. But if we create the environment, even shop floor guys can connect to the quality head or can connect to the owner also. So that there is a like a fear of the manager. If I tell something wrong, he will go up to the next level,
Right.
and that creates the culture.
Correct. Correct.
So the important part is, if there is a support from the management, probably will win.
Okay. Interesting. So, sir, when you say that your management has to be very good and like, the management, like, the things should flow from top to
Percolate.
bottom,
Yes.
right? So, what are the good qualities of any good management we can say?
See, that's why what I said, if someone actually comes forward, ki this mistake was happened, so immediately we should not shout on that guy.
Right.
We should actually motivate that guy. Thank you very much for elaborating this and accepting this kind of mistake. The reason is because that's a motivational factor to the others. And in the reverse case, if someone actually comes forward and, oh, I have done this mistake, this is the deviation happened, and immediately on the next day, okay, thank you very much, you have to go, you have to leave the company.
Okay.
If that kind of culture develop, then probably nobody will come forward for any of the mistakes. So, and that creates the culture.
Hmm. Okay, interesting. But sir, when leaders are in position and there's a pressure from the top management,
Yeah.
and then there is a team who's messing up in certain way, and the way you are saying, when I'm giving a openness as a leader, right, the people are coming and telling me like this has gone wrong, but there's also the management who's keep pushing me to get certain things done, or we have to release some batch and like you have to say yes or no in a moment.
Yeah.
So in that pressurized situation, how the person can keep a calm, because you have been into these
Correct,
scenarios
correct,
maybe
correct.
multiple times.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So how do you handle it, sir?
See, many times this situation comes like that, but ultimately, what the company goal is, whether we are just focusing on the short term goal or the long term goal. If my short term goal is just to release the batch, and because of that short term goal, if I am deviating the long term goal, probably that's not the right.
True.
So I think leaders should think about what the goal is. And during the short term goal, if something like uh, uh, pressure comes, I think leader should have the capability to say no.
Yeah.
It's not possible. And because of that reason, if you see the maybe 2 decades before, this scenario was little different. But nowadays, I think quality culture in every company, I can't say only the Lupin, but in every company now they built. And thanks this US government, because they actually push lot to the Indian government as well and to the industry. So I think that is one of the reasons, so that leader should say no sometime,
True.
and he should have that courage,
Yes.
because many times when in front of boss everyone say yes, yes, yes. So again I'm just correlating that factor with our openness, because I know if someone actually shop floor guy says no, I can't actually do, or if manager is saying you have to do, but he has rights to uh, complain or maybe escalate that matter to the next level, that creates the culture. The similar way, if manager, if the leader says, if the quality head said no, this batch can't go because of so and so reason, because one is a quality, the other one is a compliance.
Right.
So probably we are definitely good in the quality, but simultaneously where we are specifically for the compliance. So we have to like connect this dot.
Yes.
And I think the other part is the manufacturing head, who is the plant head. So if there is a good understanding between the quality head and manufacturing head, probably success will come, because they can understand.
Correct.
And then they will decide, oh, short term goal is just to release the batch, but long term goal is to sustain.
Yes.
So I think if we have the collaboration with all the leaders, probably nobody can actually change that.
Very true, sir. I think collaboration is what makes you drive and gives you the motivation that you are on the right path.
Correct.
And very nicely said, the courage to say no. I think that's one quality that every
Yeah.
leader should adopt.
Yeah.
Like not saying yes to everything that's coming on
Everything.
your plate, but
Exactly.
be selective about it.
Exactly.
So, sir, when it comes to AI or digital transformation, there are lots of things changing now.
Yeah.
Right? Regulatory is something which is keep adopting to this new updates. So, in this scenario, for quality people, again, it's a challenge when they have to assure uncertain things, because as per regulators there are no particular guidelines which is like there are which is in development stage. So in this scenario, how a quality team can you know keep themselves in nice way?
Just for your information, there is a one guideline release how to use this AI even in the pharma industry also. Okay, of course that is in the draft stage, but at least the framework is ready, and the regulators are inviting the suggestion from the industrial leaders, and probably after that that will be finalized. But it is available. The second part is the AI. Definitely, it will help, because many times in the IT industry, there is a boom of AI, and many more people actually lost the job also.
Yes.
And the similar type of fear with the pharma industry, because when there is a AI, even most of the industries, pharma industries are into that. Like at our site also, at Lupin also, we are actually working on the AI
Yeah.
part, and we have successfully done for one of the location as a pilot scale. And just I will give this one simple example. Like once the batch data is ready, there is a huge data generated into that, maybe like 1,000 pages or maybe even 2,000 pages. Now when quality assurance has to be reviewed that data, he should go, he should check one by one. And if AI actually tool is available, probably his job will be simpler.
Yeah.
So that there will be no fear of the, like this someone like because of the AI the job will lost. No, but it will actually enhance the process because currently, like I said, these are the humans again.
Yeah.
So if I want to review this 2000 pages maybe in a day or maybe two, is quite challenging for me. But if I take the help from AI, probably there are certain programs available. So if I ask AI, please do this all these 2000 pages and just give me the list where the deviation is, and just I will focus on that.
Yeah.
Where the so when we design this program, for the design the person is required, and who are required, those who are actually having the good experience. So that's why there is no fear. But our job will be simple.
Yes, yes. So, sir, when it comes to pharma industry, I think data integrity is very critical now,
Right.
and that's the reason I believe the AI adoption in industry is not very fast, but the demand is there because if you are not adopting to it, somewhere like we'll lose on a good chunk of time,
Right.
right? So now, when it comes to the data integrity, how do you see like how the future is evolving in pharma?
So in the from the data integrity point of view, even if you see the trend, like about if you see about 6 7 years trend, so there are many more data integrity issues at the beginning, but gradually even all uh, pharma industry, specific not only the India but everywhere, they improve lot because now they know the importance of that data integrity. And I think AI will definitely help into the data integrity, and probably sometime the data integrity issue will not be there at all because of the AI.
Right.
Because AI will identify, and before the batch release, if we know these are the problems, probably the action will be taken.
Yes.
And if you see, even auditor never says or never opposes if there are certain deviation. Only their intention is what is the mindset.
Yes.
And so that's why the new model comes into the reality. That's the quality maturity model.
Yeah.
So that's like currently, of course, it was started about 10 years back, but now it is in the boom. So that probably it will be released soon. And most of the industries are working on this QMM model. So that's if you see the basic of the QMM, that's a quality culture.
Correct.
So they just focus on the quality culture.
Yeah.
The intention of the QMM model is to stop even the inspection itself, so that QMM itself prove that my company is perfectly fine.
True. So, sir, now, when you have reached this stage, having a experience of 3 decades, what are the 3 habits that, any quality leader should adopt to reach to your position?
So again, I said he should focus on the quality culture.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the collaboration, I said the second thing, because manufacturing and quality should always together, because from the testing or from the only assurance, from the review, the quality will not build into the product. The focus is quality should build into the product. So that's why there are certain norms defined even for the production department. So during the manufacturing process itself, they also monitor. So that, I think that's the second point I feel. And the third one is the people. So every company, that's the main asset, I can say. So if there are good peoples, you can create the culture and you can create the new era for the
Very true.
company. So these are the three things from my side.
Yes. I think that was very insightful, sir. Thank you so much for joining with us and, sharing your wisdom with all the audience. Thank you.
Sure. Sure. Thank you very much. Thank you.